Well, we need to revisit the Philadelphia looting that happened last week when hundreds of young youth went out there and became agents of chaos. You guys saw the videos of these young people out there in the streets, destroying an Apple store, stealing iPhones, going to Lululemon, going to Popeyes. It was a lot of destruction that night. And out of the hundreds of kids that were out there on the streets, only like a handful of them were actually arrested. I believe something like 60 of them were arrested. Now, these people that were on video, that were breaking into businesses, destroying stuff, stealing stuff, these people are criminals. They are not law-abiding citizens. It's just that clear. But in Philadelphia has a Soros-backed DA because all of these major liberal-run cities, they're all run by George Soros DAs. That is why you're seeing a lot of chaos in the streets. George Soros is an evil man. This is a man that was actually working for the Nazis, rounding up his own Jewish brothers and sisters. This is the kind of man that we're dealing with. If he can sell out his own Jewish brothers and sisters, guess what? He has no problem destroying American cities. This man and his family are dangerous. Now we actually have the Soros-backed DA coming out and making an idiotic statement. And let's just call it what it is, guys. This case is already closed. Almost all of these people, these kids, are going to get off scot-free because this is Philadelphia. They got a woke DA. You guys are going to be astonished by what this man said. Look here on the post-millennial right here. Philly's Soros-backed DA Larry Krasner will selectively punish looters after determining if they are fundamentally law-abiding people. What did I just read? None of these people that were arrested for looting, they're not law-abiding people because they actually did break the law. I'm sorry, you cannot go out there and start stealing, smashing up windows, breaking into store after store, and call yourself a law-abiding citizen. Larry Krasner, what are you thinking? The people in Philadelphia, man, you guys got to wake up. You got to wake up. All of you people out there in these liberal-run cities that vote Democrat, that vote progressive, you got to wake up. I don't know what you guys are actually thinking. This is really crazy. And you don't have to take my word for it because we actually got a video clip of Larry Krasner spewing out this idiocy. Let's get into it here. Philadelphia DA Larry Krasner has spoken out after dozens of people were charged in connection with rioting and looting that took place across the city in late September. He warned against painting alleged offenders with a broad brush and vowed to prosecute those who took part in the often violent events on a case-by-case basis. What does this actually sound like? This sounds like Brandon Johnson out there in Chicago. Oh, no, you can't demonize these young scholars out there. You can't demonize these kids out there in the streets destroying stuff. Oh, no, you cannot do that. I mean, this is crazy, man. This is absolutely crazy. But don't take my word for it. Let's listen in to Larry Krasner himself. This is a local news clip, Fox 29. Let's roll it.
The DA calls it individual justice and says everyone involved in the looting will be looked at on a case-by-case basis.
We'll look carefully to see whether this is a one-off situation and they're fundamentally law-abiding people, hold them accountable one way, or whether they are criminals and they're all about taking advantage of some sort of unrest for their own benefit, and they will be prosecuted another way.
I'm sorry, but when I'm looking at this clip here, do these people in this video look like law-abiding people? No, they're breaking and looting. They're breaking in and looting businesses. I mean, I just don't get it, man. I really don't get it. What is there not to understand? When I grew up, man, My mother taught me right from wrong. I know what right from wrong is. This is not right. These are not law-abiding people. The writing is on the wall, guys. That little to nothing is actually going to happen to these individuals. More than likely, the worst that some of these young people are actually going to get is probably probation. They will not be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I mean, a Soros-backed DA does not prosecute crime. 60 people got arrested. And what are the odds that they actually really do get prosecuted? Think back to the BLM riots in 2020. All of that destruction out there, billions of dollars in damages. What actually happened to the BLM and Antifa rioters? Nothing really. Kamala Harris and Democrats were bailing them out. They face little to no prosecution whatsoever. This is going to be the same thing that we're dealing with here. The people in Philadelphia are going to have to wake up. They're going to have to wake up. Right here, over 60 people were arrested in the immediate aftermath of the riot, which was spurred on by news that charges had been dismissed against a Philadelphia police officer accused of killing Eddie Azari in August. I'm not buying that this was a response to that. Those young people in the video, they can care less, I believe, about Eddie Azari. I mean, we saw Meatball in the video, egging it on. Everybody must eat. They were stealing liquor. I mean, what does liquor have to do with rioting in the name of Eddie Azari? I'm pretty sure a lot of those kids in their rioting, they probably can't even drink. They're not supposed to be drinking, I should say. I mean, this is ridiculous. A case-by-case basis. My goodness. Oh, we got some details on some other people here that were actually arrested. Look here. It says among those arrested was Kenneth Fry, a 24-year-old who was out on bail after being charged with third-degree murder for the killing of a gay man in 2022. Do you guys really believe that this man was out there rioting in the name of social justice? He was out on bail for murder. We already talked about Meatball right there. I mean, I didn't know about Kenneth Fry. Didn't know about him. But there's no way in the world that he was actually out there protesting social justice. None of those people were. They saw an opportunity to take advantage of a situation, go out there, destroy and loot, and they already knew that probably nothing is going to happen to them. You had probably 200 people out there hitting store after store, only 60 got arrested. The chances are way less than that is actually going to get hit with prosecution. Little to nothing is going to happen. Larry Krasner is telling you this, a case-by-case basis. He's going to determine if they're law-abiding citizens. I'm trying not to laugh. This is not funny. This is not funny. Man, Philadelphia is in a world of trouble, man. A world of trouble. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.